Hello, and welcome back to an intermediary section of adding more nodes. So our initial setup was one master, one worker, and a couple of databases and an FS server on the side. But we need more workers actually. And the idea was to create a template worker. And that's exactly what I did. So we have this template worker that had all of the prerequisite packages installed. It had all of the hard drives configured for the COSO or an optic DL processing, and then I just replicated it into two more nodes. So worker one is the one from the previous video where we installed it and deployed it together with the CDF itself. And here it's going to be worker 2 and worker 3 that are actually working, that are going to be added. So I changed the networking addresses, of course, and the DNS names and saved a snapshot of them, but they are not in the cluster. And to see that, we'll go and list the ops directory. As you see on worker 1, it would have where is it? Oh, come on, reconnect. It would have the Kubernetes bits installed in them. But in worker 3 and worker 2, it's not the case. So we are going to use the procedure that uses the CLI in order to add those nodes to the cluster. And adding the node is basically means that we are going to run the kubectl, whatever, the CDF control, which will actually spin up a pod that deploys Kubernetes onto those workers. So this is exactly what we're going to do. As you see, this is all that we need to do. So I think CDF home is defined, right? Can I go to CDF home? Echo CDF home. Oh, come on. Do I have it? No. Oh, I do have it actually. Okay. So I can run the command then. Okay, so we'll just take this command on the master and node type worker, node add node, and here is the address, which would be worker2.opsb.swdemos.net, and go for it. And the password, our trusty password, is going to be what? This is not our password. What? This is not our password. And now it would fail, actually. Well, let's give it another try. We'll go and do this. And username is going to be root. And the password is going to be our production password. And there we have it. So now it runs and tries to do some stuff. And we can see, do we have htop? No. But we can watch ls-l/opt, and slowly but surely it would start deploying the Kubernetes over here. Okay, and of course we can see the logs for that thing, and the second part would be worker number 3, where we would add it to the cluster as well. So the username is this, and then we got that going for us. And in the meanwhile, we see that the deployment is still work in progress. So we will observe it using the suggested way over here, but we actually will go to Q90s, or I don't know what the hell to call it really. Okay, and there is this, there should be a pod that, oh, there's the add node pod, right? So we can look at this job over here with the logs and see what it does. So you see start initializing, so we can observe in real time the deployment, and it's very similar to what we had during the CDF installation, but now it's separate. And as you see, it's much, much easier to do it with a command line instead of specifying it in JSON. I know that's like, it's kind of a copy paste, but then you need to babysit more stuff, and then you don't have your snapshots done on time. And I prefer to have it done this way. And actually, for upgrades, it's better to undeploy workers, right? Do your upgrades and then deploy new workers from template instead of trying to take a worker that actually was already configured and added to the cluster and try to upgrade it, right? So instead, you remove all workers, you upgrade your CDF suite on a master, and then you add workers that are empty that would be automatically deployed with everything new, right? So it's kind of a good idea to have the approach of having a template worker on the side. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's it. This is how you add workers. And in a minute or so, the job would be done and the pod would be automatically destroyed. And we would have a full cluster. So let's see. We'll list nodes. And we see that we have worker one scheduling disabled. So we need to uncordon, right? And it's going to be uncordon or worker one obsb swdemos.net. No, there is no uncordon. So we're going to do kubectl uncordon worker one swdemos.net. And right, it's .obsb. You see, I'm starting to forget stuff, obsb. And now, as you see, every time we uncordon a worker, it actually, well, goes back to be cordoned after you power it off for a while, which is not a good option because here in demo or training environments, we stop the cluster all the time. We move it around from place to place. So the way to handle it is actually to go and open a new tab over here, and we'll go to work, tools, cron tab generator. And we want to say that every 15 minutes, run this command that's called kubectl. 1 second, which kubectl? This kubectl, right? So we're going to take this and we're going to uncordon worker. Okay, and this is going to be our command. So let me copy the command from here and we'll create a real quick cron tab. We will create a real quick cron tab in the tool over here. So this is the command and generate cron tab line. And now we have ourselves a cron tab that uncordons workers every 15 minutes. So we'll go cron tab -e to edit it. And what did I do? I did something wrong. So I'm going to delete the whole line. Probably lost a character there. Right, so this is going to be 1, it's going to be 2, this is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think that I'll ever go more than 6. And this would be my easy way to do it. Now, of course, Kubernetes experts might say, well, you know, there's a way to do it from Kubernetes configurations, local settings, and to them I say maybe so. I don't know this method, and quite frankly, I know enough to fill my head above the brim already. So definitely this works for me, and that's all I'm going to care at the moment, right? So let's see our nodes, or all nodes are ready, and we can see the pods. Distribution, and let's see what else we get. Okay, and we don't have anything else to do at the moment. Fantastic. So this is section 4.5, more nodes, and let's see you in section 5 when we deploy the suite.